first of all, the reason why here we are, let's say, the followers of a podcast which was initiated in April by a blogger in Italy, Italo Cillo. This podcast, there were several subjects treated, and main subjects, I mean, just to give you an example, 9/11 or the lies that are in the system, and so on and so on. And by following this podcast, a community arose, a virtual community, which started to meet in a forum to talk about any subjects and whatever. And around the month of June, the information about the KESHE Foundation came out. We were not aware about KESHE Foundation so far.
We've been there 10 years.
I know. We never knew about it, or at least not. It was not a subject we were discussing, and so everybody started to be very excited. We started to read everything we could on blogs, forums, on your forum, and so on. And further to this interest, since I was one of the followers of this podcast because I found them very interesting, I took the initiative just to come to one of your speech in Holland. You remember? It was the first time we met. And the people that was in this virtual community, they asked, okay, why don't you try to set up an interview with Mr. KESHE? I said, oh, why not? I try. Why not? And in addition to this, there is also another blogger, a famous blogger in Italy, Gervais, Gustavo, which his name is Gustavo Palumbo. He's also a blogger, and he has a website which is also has many followers. And he also talks about subjects which are not dealt by the official media. Yeah. And this was one of the reasons why then we found out you, and why since I live in Cologne, the reason why they asked me, okay, why don't you go? It is an Italian forum, so. Then, of course, okay, I met you. I said, okay, Mr. KESHE and KESHE Foundation, from what I read, and seems something very serious. So let's go for the interview. Of course, you have to understand that since we have discovered this information just a few months ago, we didn't have the time to read all of it. So I bought the books. Some people bought the books. There's also a company that started to study your patent application to understand if the system can be built. And actually, we could even have technical questions, but we would skip the technical question because we don't have time. We feel that we have a responsibility against all the people that is following us. The responsibility is to, okay, since we cannot determine that today if this technology, we're not talking about the theory, because your theory sounds very interesting and actually also likely to be true. We are more interested in the application of this theory, so the technologies. And since this is one of the subjects that's been discussed in all the forums, so why Mr. KESHE does not show the technology? Okay, there are reasons, and we could even imagine which are the reasons. But at the same time, since we are responsible against these people, we are here not just to ask you questions that are, Mr. KESHE, how are you? Why you do it? Not questions that have been already asked, okay? And not questions that can be found in the book. We will ask you sometimes very interesting questions also for you to explain, because sometimes the questions could be nasty. But please don't take it wrong, because if you...
I answer you what I like.
Well, exactly. If you were in our shoes, you would do the same.
So, I'm not in your shoes, I'm in my shoes.
I know,
okay.
But we also have thought a lot about if we were Mr. KESHE and we had this technology, what would we do? And so very often we have answered, yeah, we would do exactly what he's doing. And so we understand you. So please understand us as well. So if some of the questions you don't like, you don't answer. If you like.
Problem.
Okay.
You're my second interview today. I had already 1 hour with the Americans.
But you understand the spirit, you know what is the spirit, where we are coming from.
I give enough interviews, I know. I know what I've got to answer you, it doesn't matter what you ask.
Okay.